Good Tuesday evening. Happy April 1st and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. Glaze Bakery is temporarily closed after having its business certificate revoked for unpaid taxes. After one structure fire destroyed a mobile home in Malaga on Saturday, Wenatchee Valley firefighters were called to another residential fire in the same town last night. Expect normal weather for this time of year the next 2 days, with a big warm-up coming up on Friday and lasting right through the weekend. Your full local weather forecast is straight ahead. The Chelan County Regional Justice Center declined to book individuals arrested by the Wenatchee Police Department nearly 120 times in 2024. That, according to a lawsuit filed by the city of Wenatchee. The lawsuit, filed in Chelan County Superior Court on Monday, claims the county has breached an interlocal agreement that allows Wenatchee Police Department to house inmates in the jail. The agreement allows the county to refuse a city inmate for reasons like serious medical problems or a substantial risk to others, but the city says the county has invoked this right at, quote, great inconvenience to the city's public safety efforts. The lawsuit says the county has declined bookings related to trespassing, drugs, theft, and assault, among other infractions, and at times did not give city police reasons for refusal. The county provided statements to NCWLIFE News made by County Commissioner Chair Sean Smith, who said, quote, this is a matter of the county needing to be paid in full for its services. Glaze Bakery is temporarily closed after having its business certificate revoked for unpaid taxes by the Washington State Department of Revenue. According to a document displayed on the front door of the Grant Road Bakery, the department issued 3 tax warrants in July, August, and December of last year for a combined total of $18,000 in unpaid taxes. A revenue spokesperson confirmed to NCWLIFE News the document is authentic and must be displayed while taxes are outstanding. Since 30 days have passed without the amount being paid, the bakery's reseller permit has been revoked. Glaze Bakery has been in business since 2011 and was purchased by Michael and Amber Smith in May of 2023. The Smiths said they hope to reopen later this week. The 8th Washington State Poet Laureate is Leavenworth's own Derek Sheffield. The Wenatchee World reports the professor of English at Wenatchee Valley College is the first Poet Laureate in the history of the program to hail from the Wenatchee Valley. For the next 2 years, Sheffield will lead free events, readings, and projects in community spaces around the state to raise appreciation for the art of poetry. In 2023, he edited and co-wrote the award-winning Cascadia Field Guide with a team of naturalist writers and illustrators. The Poet Laureate is appointed by Washington's governor to serve a 2-year term. A free public celebration for Sheffield's appointment is planned for April 30th at 7 p.m. in the Grove Recital Hall at Wenatchee Valley College. As Washington lawmakers continue to debate on how to close the state's multi-billion-dollar budget shortfall, questions are coming up about how services for the homeless could be affected. From the Olympia News Bureau, Murrow News fellow Albert James spoke with leaders in homeless outreach about what cuts are being considered and what that means for getting people off the street.
It was tough coming into this budget. It's going to be tough coming out of it. So.
Housing leaders at the State Department of Commerce say while they're facing cuts to some of their programs around homelessness, they're not dramatic considering the state's deficit, and they're still getting enough money to maintain program capacity.
It's a priority for everyone, I think, across the board, all the houses, all the branches of government, etc. So the budgets reflect that.
One of the initiatives facing a proposed reduction is the Encampment Resolution Program, which moves people from camps near highways and into housing. Commerce says they won't have to close down any housing options, but because of a low turnover of beds, they'll be limited on how many people they can get off the streets in the future.
We've closed quite a few encampments, but that pace is going to drop quite a bit. We've addressed 57 sites, but I expect just a handful if at the $45 million a year.
Spokane City leaders say the program has been critical as they've cleared 4 encampments and public spaces since last summer, making the areas accessible again and getting the people who live there connected to resources to get on their feet.
And there's so many points at which that funding is critical. It might not sound like a lot to lose funding in one place, but that one place can backlog the other 3 steps of the journey, making it more and more difficult to successfully exit people and to be responsive to camps.
The Seattle-King County Coalition on Homelessness says the freeway encampment program has been very successful, but that and all other homelessness programs need more support with new sources of revenue.
When it comes to homelessness and housing, everyone in Washington understands that we need more than we currently have. So again, maintaining existing services, while it's essential, is not enough to take care of our fellow Washingtonians.
Both the House and the Senate have to agree on one budget to send to the governor by the time session ends on April 27th. In Olympia, I'm Albert James reporting.
Still to come tonight on the NCWLIFE Evening News, the Washington Court of Appeals has turned down an effort by a convicted Okanagan County murderer to overturn her prison sentence. Local adult entertainment store Eastside Arcade has officially closed. And Upper Pearl Road Bridge outside Bridgeport will be closed for replacement from April 7th through the end of May. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Hi, I'm Amanda Walden with A. Walden Insurance Group. Medicare can be overwhelming, but you don't have to figure it out alone. I've been helping people understand their Medicare options for over a decade. Medicare isn't a one-size-fits-all. I'll help you understand your coverage options so you can feel confident in your decisions. Let's find the right Medicare plan for you. Call me today or come and see me at my office located on South Chelan Avenue in Wenatchee between the YMCA and the Social Security office. I look forward to meeting you soon.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
NCWLIFE Channel is your local TV station based right here in the Wenatchee Valley. Be sure to tune in for coverage of local sports. Once again, this spring we'll bring you Prep Boys soccer, baseball, and softball. In addition, we're adding Wenatchee Bighorn basketball in March, April, and May. It's all right here on the NCWLIFE channel, our Facebook and YouTube pages, as well as our website at ncwlife.com.
The Washington Court of Appeals has turned down an effort by a convicted Okanagan County murderer to overturn her prison sentence. Lacey Hurst Pavic is now 49 years old and has been in custody since the killing of 25-year-old Michelle Kitterman and her unborn child near Tonasket in 2009. Authorities said Hurst Pavic wasn't present at the murder but was the ringleader of a plot that recruited 3 other people to carry it out, all of whom were convicted alongside her. She asked the appeals court to undo her sentence of life in prison without parole, offering new evidence that she had a change of heart in the days before the murder, among other factors. The 3-judge panel said Hurst Pavic's new evidence did not overcome the brutality of the murder, and some of it was based on hearsay. She remains incarcerated at the Washington Corrections Center for Women in Gig Harbor. Local adult entertainment store Eastside Arcade has officially closed. Owner Steve Weiner says he'd been losing money with the business since day one, so when someone approached him wanting to buy the building on Valley Mall Parkway, he said yes. The building was originally built in 1938 and was remodeled in 2000. Weiner sold the building last November for $200,000. He says his other location, Yakima Arcade, will remain open. After one structure fire destroyed a mobile home in Malaga on Saturday, Wenatchee Valley firefighters were called to another residential fire in the same town late Monday. Fire Chief Brian Brett says his department was summoned at 11:50 p.m. for a fire in the 3000 block of Riviera Boulevard in Malaga in the Three Lakes area. Flames were visible from the roof of the single-story home when crews arrived. But unlike the Saturday fire, which destroyed the home and displaced residents, the Riviera Boulevard fire was confined to the attic. No injuries were reported. Upper Pearl Hill Bridge outside Bridgeport will be closed for replacement from April 7th through the end of May. The bridge experienced severe structural damage in the Pearl Hill Cold Springs fire in September of 2020. For motorist safety, the county began work last year to replace the bridge. The new bridge will cost approximately $3 million and feature two 11-foot travel lanes and a 6-foot paved shoulder on each side, funded by a grant from the Washington State Department of Transportation. A marked detour will be available during the closure. Coming up next, we will get to know Uplift Award winner Mina Gomez on an Edward Jones financial advisor. That's coming up in tonight's feature story. After a few more normal weather days this week, our weather will warm up into the 60s by Friday and this weekend. I'll have all the details coming up in your full local weather forecast. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
Caught in a conflict? Family? Workplace, neighbor, business, housing disputes? Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center provides mediation services, a cost-effective and efficient way to provide a written resolution to disputes and issues. Plus, we offer mediation training and community education on conflict resolution and communication skills. Contact us to learn more.
Merry Maids can clean your entire home, business, or vacation rental from top to bottom, inside and out. Merry Maids will even take care of cleaning your carpets, and they can pressure wash your home. Merry Maids has thousands of happy customers. They've been cleaning homes and businesses in our valley for over 25 years. Check out their glowing reviews at merrymaidesofwenatchee.com and call the cleaning experts, Merry Maids, to get your free estimate. Your satisfaction is guaranteed, so relax, it's done.
Mina Gomez is a family-motivated Edward Jones financial advisor and 2025 Uplift Award winner. Gomez frequently works to educate and advocate for the Latino community to ensure they are receiving proper financial advice. She was recognized for her work in January during the Martin Luther King Jr. Multicultural Fest during the Uplift Awards. In tonight's feature story, NCWLIFE News spoke with Mina to hear more about what got her career started and what keeps her going.
This career path for me was very easy. Easy and hard, I'll explain, because as a young girl, we had a beautiful life. I grew up in the Sun Cove area. One would joke that it was the best of both worlds because we had a beautiful clubhouse, the river to play in, and we were still in that generation where our parents would basically say go and just come back before it gets too dark. Also grew up in agriculture, working all over the fields, but in that, in 2002, unfortunately, myself and my mother, father, my 19-year-old brother had came back to visit. He was in the vehicle as well. And we were involved in a very tragic car accident. Through this, my father passed away, and my 19-year-old brother did too. And when this happened, it really opened my eyes. I was 14 years old, but it really opened up my eyes about the value and importance of having a plan, protecting your loved ones, educating others about life insurance and all the other things that we can put in place. It wasn't until later that I realized, you know, my dad and my mom had met with a life insurance agent. They just hadn't signed documents. They had at one point attempted to invest. Unfortunately, because of the language barrier, they don't even know what happened with that money. And so, you know, all of these, if you will, negative experiences opened my eyes into the importance of empowering and being an advocate for others in our community so that they don't have to be a statistic or they don't have to have a similar experience like ours. their responses are amazing. I mean, they are so grateful and so happy that they have advocates in this community and that they have a venue of education so that they can understand why it's so important. When it comes to investments or life insurance and everything, I think whether it's the Hispanic Latino community or just in general, our community at North Central Washington, they're happy because they feel empowered. They have the tools, the power of knowledge to be able to move on with their lives and feel comfortable knowing that they're being taken care of holistically. It's great to be recognized by your own community for the good that you do within the community. I will tell you that I'm not motivated by acknowledgments, or my biggest motivation in life, and I think the thing that brings me the most happiness is just seeing the difference that I get to make in my community and the impact that I'm making in the lives of others, right? Whether it's, educating, Hispanic or Latino families about the importance of an estate plan or wills, or it's working with, families who maybe never had an estate plan in place or life insurance, just protecting their young ones. So I think that it really warmed my heart and made me feel very happy to be recognized. But at the end of the day, I draw back to the most important thing, which is helping others. And I think that keeps me going.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast, and happy April 1st. Also happy National Autism Month, which runs through the month of April, and I'll be wearing some autism ties throughout this month, and I'll let you know what days I do that. But boy, what a typical kind of early spring, 1st of April kind of weather with blue sky one moment and then some shower activity the next. We've had that off and on showers since yesterday, and actually a pretty good total since yesterday that we'll get to, but beautiful day. Otherwise, temperatures about normal, and we're going to expect those days to continue at least through Thursday. We're talking normal weather. Really, we're not going to see much in the way of showers here in the Wenatchee Valley, just maybe some breezy conditions, kind of like we saw out there this afternoon. And then as we get into Friday and Saturday, it's going to be warmer, drier. We're going to see a lot more sun, and some of us in the viewing area could see temperatures around 70 degrees as we get into the upcoming weekend. Not quite that warm today, but right on in the money, right on track, I should say, for where we should be for this time of year at 57 degrees. Look at that, our record high, our first 80-degree record this year, and that was set in 1992. 41 this morning, 37 our normal low temperature, and 26 our record low. That was set in 2008. We added another 6/100ths of an inch to our rain total yesterday, so total almost 0.2 of an inch, and that gets us to 2.26 inches for the year, and that means we're behind only 1/4 of an inch as we get into the 1st of April. Sunrise this morning 6:39, and it sets tonight at 7:31. All right, getting you into those Wednesday temperatures, almost said Thursday. 58 for Moses Lake and Ephrata tomorrow, 57 for Quincy. So the weather tomorrow a lot like today. I just think we'll see a little bit more sunshine. 56s for Wenatchee, Eniat, and Chelan. Leavenworth, your high tomorrow, 54 degrees. Taking a look at what we can expect tonight, there is a partly cloudy skies in our forecast. Pretty strong northwesterly flow moving into the state. That's keeping our temperatures relatively cool. Low temperatures tonight in the mid to upper 30s around our viewing area, so about where we should be for this time of year. For your Wednesday, mostly sunny skies. It'll be seasonal with high temperatures in those mid, maybe upper 50s. We'll see a smattering of clouds tomorrow and maybe some showers in western Washington. But then as we get into Thursday, things really start to get nice, mainly because of that area of high pressure, mostly sunny, and that'll be the beginning of a warming trend. We'll see upper 50s as we get into Thursday afternoon. And then, folks, I hope you have plans Friday right through the weekend. Look at those clear skies expected for Friday. We're going to warm up to around 60 degrees for our high. Almost all of us in the Wenatchee Valley area over into Moses Lake will see 60s, and we're just going up from there. On Saturday, kicking off our weekend, not a cloud in the sky for Saturday. It will warm up, highs in the mid-60s by Saturday afternoon. We're not done yet. Sunday, I think we'll see a few more clouds possibly, maybe just some high clouds out there. It will be warmer. A little bit of a trough is building off the coast of Washington, so that'll bring just a cloud deck into the state. Not bad for Sunday with highs again in the mid to upper 60s. And then kicking off our next work week, our ridge of high pressure will hold on for Monday, but we will see some clouds from that storm system and a lot of shower activity in western Washington. At least here in the north central part of the state, we're going to stay mild still with high temperatures Monday in the mid 60s. Here's your 7-day forecast. 35 overnight tonight, mostly sunny both Wednesday and Thursday. Pretty much normal early April days. 56 Wednesday, 58 on Thursday. And then we jump up to 60 with sunshine on Friday. And look at that weekend forecast. Sunny skies both Saturday and Sunday. Mid to upper 60s for highs. And then we'll see a few more clouds on Monday, but we'll continue with the warm temperatures. Highs then 66 degrees. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
NCWLIFE's news team is keeping an eye on North Central Washington. Join us each weekday evening at 5, 6, and 10 for the NCWLIFE Evening News, with interviews, in-depth reporting, and the kind of insights you can't find anywhere else. We're the hometown news station for the Wenatchee Valley, the Cascade Foothills, and up and down the Columbia River. Thanks for watching NCWLIFE, proud to be part of the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival.
Well, a good Tuesday to you. Haley Van Lith's illustrious collegiate career finally came to an end last night. Haley's TCU Horned Frogs fell to Texas 58-47 in the NCAA Women's Basketball Tournament's Elite Eight. TCU struggled against the Longhorns' smothering defense, including Haley at the start.
That's her first three of the NCAA tournament. Another Texas takeaway. 2-on-1. Harmon keeps and hits. Get a bucket here to salvage something out of this first quarter. The drive, the dish, the three. Van Lith now defended by Preston, and an and one for Haley. And she's saying, okay, I'm all right now. Here we go. Weak side gets him another look. Approaching 1 minute to go. Van Lith, the left-hander, wide open, and that one goes down. This is right here, 2-on-1 advantage off the offensive rebound. It's Van Lith will take it and hit it. Big finish for TCU. TCU, it's Haley Van Lith to beat the buzzer with the fade. A 22-year drought will end in Austin.
And the emotion on Rory and Vic Schaefer is all over them.
And there it is. It's back to the Final Four for the 40 Acres as Texas knocks out TCU.
Haley, who finished with a team-high 17 points and 8 rebounds, said she's proud of how her team continued to fight.
I don't even know if we really had a whole lot of expectations. We were, I mean, at the end of the day, we weren't ranked at the beginning of the year. You know, a lot of my teammates didn't get the recognition and accolades they deserve. I only made third team. Sedona was only honorable mention, and somehow we're in the Elite Eight, knocking off people that had first teamers, second teamers, player of the years in their conference. And so, I mean, holy crap, how did we get here? Like, we weren't very good, apparently, to the public. So I really just, like, we're some dogs for fighting for that. It's hard when nobody expects you to do something. It's hard to, you know, find the grit to go out and do it. So, you know, I wouldn't have had that game. A dogfight is the way to go out, and I thought we put up a fight. Texas played really well. Congrats to them. So, I wouldn't have went out any other way.
Van Lith has been very vulnerable in press conferences during this NCAA tournament. She says her 5-year journey has been all things in all ways.
It's been certainly a journey and nothing I expected. It was hard. It was a lot of nights of being like, I feel like God has put this thing on my heart to be great, but it's not working out right now. And a lot of times I had to look at myself in the mirror and just be like, what do you want, Haley? Like, who are you? And I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for the fact that he gave me a hard journey, because I would not be the woman I am sitting up here without it. And so I really praise God for the struggle and the suffering. I praise him for the nights where, I didn't want to be alive anymore. I praise him for the nights that I was on medication because I couldn't sleep or eat. And it's painful to talk about it, but it's really how beautiful life is. So I'm sitting up here now with women that I love, and a coach that I love, and a team that I love, and we aren't even sad about losing. We're sad that we aren't gonna see each other probably next week. So my journey has been crazy. I'm super grateful for it. Wouldn't have had it any other way.
Haley's coach this year at TCU has been Mark Campbell. He was asked if her number 10 jersey should be retired.
It's hard for me to answer that. I don't know the criteria in regards to getting your jersey hung at TCU, but I have a hard time believing that anybody in any sport in 1 year can have a greater impact than what Haley Van Lith has had at TCU. Obviously, there's the basketball piece and a single season scoring record, single season assist record, and was the leader of this group that won 34 games and took us to an Elite Eight. And so, if it's up to me, yes, no question. But again, I'm not the one that makes those decisions.
Van Lith finishes her career with over 2,600 points, 579 assists, 222 steals, and 698 rebounds. It has been quite a career for the undersized guard from Cashmere. If you'd like to see the very first time I saw Haley play, it was her 6th game ever as a freshman at Cashmere High School. Head to our website and check it out. Well, Emerson Hancock couldn't get out of the first inning last night, and the Mariners fell to the Tigers in Seattle by a score of 9-6. Hancock gave up 6 runs on 7 hits, a walk and a home run in the first inning as Detroit's built a huge lead. Now give credit to Seattle for trying to come back, getting home runs from Randy Rosarina, Luke Raley, and Cal Raleigh before it was all said and done. Two teams meet again tonight at 6:40. That's on Root Sports Northwest. Well, the drubbing went around the horn for the American League last night. Cincinnati clobbered Texas 14-3. San Francisco stopped Houston 7-2. Cubs clobbered the Athletics 18-3. Only winner, the Angels. They topped St. Louis in 10 innings 5-4. The Halos lead the AL West by a half game at 3-1. Well, it was the second verse, the same as the first for the Kraken last night at Climate Pledge Arena. Just as they did Saturday against the Dallas Stars, Seattle got on the board first, but then it was all the visitors after that. Dallas came away with the 3-1 win. Philip Grubauer was in net. He gave up 2 goals in the 30 shots he faced. Seattle's on the road tomorrow at Vancouver. That's at 7:30 on King 5 and Kong TV. The prep schedule is fairly busy for this Tuesday. Cashmere is playing a doubleheader at Royal in baseball. Wenatchee's hosting Sunnyside, while Eastmont said Davis, and Moses Lake is hosting Eisenhower. Freight is on the road at Seala. Quincy visits Ellensburg, and Cascade plays at Chelan. It's not quite so busy on the softball diamonds today, with Chelan visiting Wenatchee's Valley for a doubleheader. Wenatchee is playing a single game on the road at Sunnyside. 5 games are on the pitch today, with Moses Lake hosting West Valley. Ephrata is at Ellensburg Stroudsburg. Quincy's visiting Grandview. Kashmir is hosting Sela. Eastmont's at home tonight against Sunnyside. That is at 7 o'clock. And that's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a happy Tuesday.
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more news from around North Central Washington, you can find us at NCWLIFE.com, on our social media channels, or on our mobile app for iPhone and Android. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. Email us at news@NCWLIFE.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us, and have a great night.